Hi, founders and growth hackers. It's me again, Willie Jang. So today we are going to talk about the SEO strategy of Etsy. And thanks to one of our uh, founders, growth hackers, in this community. And to be honest with you guys, when I started to dig in their number, I almost regretted to agree. um, because today we are looking at one company that did not actually spend much time on their SEO, but because they are a high domain authority, they are able to rank very well for lots of terms. Now, what I'm trying to say is that they haven't really unlocked the full potential of SEO. So they have done the most basic steps, and we get into that, each one of them. So just like any of our videos, let's do an overview first. So first of all, Etsy market cap is 21 billion. And they won, I think they won IPO last year or this year. Who cares? And the type of marketplace they have can be considered P2P or B2C marketplace. And so their overall traffic is 439 million. Whew. Geez, that's a lot of traffic, and it has only 20%. About 20% of them are from search engine, and so let's take a quick look at their overall traffic. Now, so I'm getting the number from here. 439 million is their visits. Okay, so visits. It's different from visitors, right? Visitors is UV, and it's means how many people, right? One people can visit website multiple times, obviously, and it's just interesting to see that over 51% of their traffic come from direct. So this will mean they have pretty good stickiness, right? People keep coming back to their website, or they have a lots of existing users, and so that will be counted as a direct traffic.
It's 12 o'clock.
Yeah, so my my laptop talks. It tells me time, quite important for me. I tend to forget times, and anyway, so they are getting about 90 million from search, right? And even from social, they are having a 5%, and that's actually fairly high compared to other startups that we had done. So we have done House, I'm gonna link in here. We done case study of House. They have like negligible traffic from social media, and we also have we had done a case study of Zapier. They have also negligible traffic from social media. Now, but here you get 5%. That's compared to them, that's very high. And yeah, they also spend quite a good amount of money on paid traffic, 38 million traffic. So yeah, not a small money. So that will be something like I would say if the CPC is like between $1 or $2, so this should be between 60 to $60 million. $50 to $60 million. That sounds about right. That's based on my experience. If anyone knows, you can tell me, comment below, because that maybe they have other tool to. They have tool to figure it out. But that's not a purpose of this video, is to kind of analyze their paid traffic. So this video will be talking about search traffic, of course. And interesting thing is that I find out that the biggest social media for them is actually Pinterest. And then I realized, yeah, it makes total sense. um, they if they want to focus on Pinterest, the kind of the platform and the target audience are there, so this is good. Good choice. And so in the beginning of the video, we talk about this is a case that uh, they haven't really unlocked 100% of SEO potential, and here's why. They have so domain authority, and we keep talking about domain authority in other videos as well. So it's a score basically in the eyes of Google of how trustworthy you are. Basically, in a nutshell, that's how you can understand it. And the and it's a metric that Mars invented in. They take into account of just so many different of signals, right? So, predicts a root domain's ranking potential related to domains in the index. Use this score compare likelihood of ranking above your competitors, right? So, just put this in perspective. 92 domain authority is very, very high. It's almost to the top. And the biggest company like Amazon, like Facebook, they have domain authority of 92. But you know what? They are a public company, so it all makes sense. And so they are a public company, right? So and they got very high quality links, from Yahoo, from CNBC. So there's no surprise here. But if we look at their keywords, we will be able to see what type of content or pages that they trying to rank, right? So again, here you're looking at the best performing keywords based on the data of SEMrush. And again, it's a tool very popular among SEO professions to spy and analyze your competitors. And this is not a affiliate video. And it has some limitation. It doesn't allow me to see the combined search result. Instead, they give me per country and also per device. So in this video, we are really looking at the traffic from US on desktop. So just keep that in mind, right? So when you're looking at those numbers, remember that. And so if I use the advanced feature to filter out branded search, then we get a more generic term such as nail art. The terms. So first of all, what is a branded search? A branded search is a search query or a keyword that does not contain your brand name. So in this case, it's Essie. So if I go on Google and then Google Essie painting, then it's a branded search because I basically tell Google I want something related to Essie, and most of the time Google will present me the result from on Essie, right? So by kind of eliminating the keyword containing Essie, we were able to see more generic term, okay? And by the way, I actually have the data here to show you how many people are actually looking for using branded search, and it's 14 million. So there are 14 million searches. It's inclusively has the XE in their keywords, right? XER, XE.com, whatever. So that's quite a lot. And in comparison, we got 119 million non-branded search. So that's a good thing, right? That means there are more people finding them on Google who doesn't know XE firsthand or did not consider to go on XE first, right? So that's ideally you should that's the type of keywords that we want to rank for. As you can see here, the traffic really went up from, back in 2012, they already have 4 million traffic. So that's still pretty high for a startup. And then they go all the way, to 130 something in January this year. So quite a growth, I would say. And then we look at the keywords, right? Now this will mean if I Google kimono, then XE rank on number 4. Previously rank on number 4, right now still number 4. And amount of traffic it's about 14,000 of them, and that's 0.01% of the overall traffic. But that's still, they are about 200,000 people, 200,000 searches on Google about this. I don't know what it is, by the way. I don't know what kimono is, But when you look at down, I do see things I know. Trippy art. Okay, so this means that they are about 27,000 searches from US on desktop. About this trippy art, and then 12,000 of them find XE, and then click on this, and takes me to their category. So this is going to be the next section. We're going to talk about the basic SEO that I was referring in the beginning of the video they have done. Basically they the pages really bringing them money from Google is those category pages, right? And I can tell by the URL right now because I already check. You see this nail art, right? So and market nail art. So this is what I mean by category page, because on this page you see a lot of listings. So they are not trying to rank for individual listings. Well, that's not their main thing. That doesn't bring in the most, significant chunk of traffic. I'm pretty sure most of those will still bring them traffic. But what really is working well is those category page, and this is the nail art category, right? And you've seen this pattern over and over. In here, you see most of the best performing pages or best performing keywords take them to those category pages. And so this is what I mean, and this is basically what they have done in terms of SEO, other than of course internal links, right? And so from here, I'm going to talk about signs that that XE hadn't really fully taken advantage of structural SEO, right? And what is structural SEO? You're going to click the video up here. It's a process to structure your website so that your website, your pages can systematically rank for keyword combinations, right? So, and keyword combination in this case will be nail art online, nail art on sales, right? That's a keyword combination. On sales is a keywords, and then nail art is a keyword, right? And even you can even do more long tail keywords, right? So things like designer nail art. I don't know if that exists, but let's just say that it does. So designer is a keyword, nail art is a keyword, and then it has on sale, and that's keyword as well. And so if you fully implementing structural SEO, your website can generate those pages that automatically ranking for insane number of keyword combination, right? Because the keyword can be a place, right? So and then you multiply that by the category of things that you are saying they are selling, right? So that's the power of structural SEO. And here we're gonna look at Axie. Few signs that they aren't really fully take advantage of structural SEO, but they still rank well, right? I want to point it out, and that's because they're domain authority. All right, so I want to make it clear, right? They get there not because they are good on-site SEO, but because they are insanely high domain authority. But not many companies have the insanely high domain authority. That's actually much harder to do than structural SEO. Because in order to do structural SEO, you only need to talk to people like me, and there are tons of people like me out there. But if you want to get a domain authority like this, you gotta pull off some PR stunt, already go public, get tons of press. So here's the thing. The sign that haven't done SEO, structural SEO 40, first of all, is in the page title. So this is called page title. You see the drop down down here, and it only says nail art, and it's not that, I guess, not long enough, right? So if they are really working well, they should also rank for nail art ideas, right? So that's like we take a page from a house, right? You should rank for that too. I mean, if they're implementing the SEO, then their website can rank for all that, their product category plus the ideal, and that's a new set of keyword combination they could have ranking for. So first of all, not having those keywords in the page title, and not in here, not in the structure, and the H1 tag, it's simply nail art, and the so that's the first sign. Doesn't have keywords in the right. Doesn't have more optimized, keywords in those places. And the second thing is that if I scroll down, it doesn't have I don't want to call it filler content, but if you watch my video about house, then you will see that to make all those structural SEO to work, you need additional text contents in here, right, of those pages. And they can talk about specifically about nail art, right? Lots of talk about nail art, and the content is helpful for some human, but mostly helpful for the Google bot, right? Some humans still read it if you put good information, good text information, or even images down there. So that's still an option, but they are not really implementing it. And that's basically, that's the second thing that, second sign that they haven't fully taken advantage of structural SEO. And the other thing is duplication. So this is a nail art, but then I find that they have another page is a nail art as well. It doesn't have the hyphen. It says nail art, but the first page you look at it has a hyphen, right? So this is basically two same category, right? So ideally, you need to combine them, right? So that if that Google knows which page to rank there, and basically this is competing with Pinterest on Google, right? So if you Google now are ideal, who's gonna rank number top three? I can guarantee Pinterest is up there, right? So in this case, he actually could have competing with Pinterest on SEO, but no, I don't see them ranking here. Even if I just Google nail art, right? In order to find nail art on Axie, I have to use a branded search. Now this is a branded search example, right? So if I Google this, I don't see Axie on the first page, right? So and this is one of the reason why, right? And then but it's not just a nail art. Remember, structural SEO, it's about ranking for the terms that you did not even participate, the keyword combination that is not even, you couldn't even think about, right? But the demand is still there, just very small niche, very long tail search, right? So, and that includes all those categories, those headbands, whatever, sun hat. I don't even know what sun hat headband is, to be honest with you. And all those, glass, what type of glasses, what type of eyes well, right? It could be a very long one, and it could be like a handmade, right? Whatever, right? So those keyword combination is what I mean by structural SEO. So that's another sign. The sign number 3 is duplication of those categories. And yeah, and that's the, I guess, big things that I can tell that they done the basic of SEO, which is they created those category page, which is good, and as the first step, but they could have and should have optimized further, basically, and also reviewing their SEO strategy. The other ones that I'm really looking at is their content marketing, right? So again, I'm referencing to the Zapier video I have made. Zapier done a amazing job of content marketing. SEO driven content marketing. Let's put it that way, because content marketing also includes videos and social media and distributing on social media, right? But it's kind of SEO driven content marketing. It's really focusing on the topics that people Google, right? So and in order to rank well, you write long form content. Again, watch that video about Zapier. So. And yeah, no, I look at even to the second page, they don't have many, they don't have, many the best performing keywords, not really getting those from blog. And we can even use the tool to look. Right, so let's do this. Blog dot and right, this is slow because I'm recording a video using Loom. Maybe not such a good idea. Excuse me. Yeah, of course I'm going to wait. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to include that in the blog, um, and because again, it's really slowing my browser down, so I'm going to include that in the blog, and that's another reason you should read a blog as well, because video I done it one time and it's done, and in the blog I typically, when I have new idea or new finding or new insight, I'll keep adding, keep updating the blog. Um, so so it's typically more has more content, more structure. Video I tend to just talk. uh, yeah, but I mean, like, I've done that. I've checked their topics, and it's not the very best dad gifts from an actual special Father's Day. So this is their new content, and I'm sure it's working well on social media. We have look their social media, the traffic from social media. It's actually pretty good, So yeah, so that's it for this video. I don't want to go further because again, this is a case where they're insanely high domain authority, sort of just trump everything, and they only do the fundamental of SEO. And that's quite important as well, right? So if they haven't done the fundamental, they wouldn't rank for those those terms that we mentioned. It's just that they could have and should have take a full advantage of structural SEO with their budget, of course, the public company. Okay, so see you next video, and yeah, until then, keep hacking. And if you have any questions, just comment below. Okay, I love interaction with you guys, and I'm not trying to teach or trying to position myself as an expert here. What I'm really trying to do is make friends, and I want to hear opinions from other perspectives. So if work from PR and other perspective, welcome to comment below, and I would love that. Okay, bye.